Mike Lindell was not allowed to speak on the main stage at CPAC, so that angered him, of course, because he wants to yell and talk about the stolen election. I think that might be the reasons why they didn't want you there. Either way it goes, after being snubbed, he did step out and did speak to some reporters, specifically a Vice reporter, and he resorted to going after him. Watch.
You journalists are the biggest rottenness. You ask about something. Why don't you ask about Dominion? You want to talk about Dominion and Smart Man?
Tell me all.
Why don't you guys go after them?
Tell me about Dominion.
They used China, attacked our country, took your country you say you're part of, and you don't give a dang about it.
I care, of course I care.
No, you don't. Then why do you appeal? No, really. Then why are you attacking me instead of Dominion?
How have I attacked you? I've asked you questions.
Ask me something about some Q. Don't you have bigger things in the news? Why don't you ask me about the helicopter? Why don't you ask me about the parachutes that are going into Canada right now with pillows? With pillows.
Tell me
Remember
about
that?
the parachutes.
That was your other buddies from the Daily Beast.
Where's the parachutes? What parachutes?
But then you don't read the news, right? You guys
I don't read
attack me.
whatever news
No,
you're
really?
talking about.
What news do you read? Your own news, Bryce? You guys are a horrible, horrible, horrible outlet. You're traitors to the United States of America.
So just to be clear, you're attacking me. I'm asking you questions. Because I'm allowed to be here. I have a right to be here just like anyone else.
That's right.
Congratulations.
This is a major political party in our country. They're literally chanting fight, fight, fight like it's seventh graders on the playground between these two, one reporter and one insane person. So anyway, Mike Lindell there wants to talk about the election fraud. Election fraud, election fraud, election fraud. I can't believe you guys aren't talking about this. Ask the question about that. Why don't you ask the questions? So someone asked him a question about his details of his election fraud. Let's see what answer he had since he finally got the question.
That picture will go down in history of helping save this country.
Who gave you the papers?
Who gave me the papers? That's none of your business. A bunch of lawyers did. I've never read them. Hold it. I've never read them. I went in there with evidence on January 15th. You guys are old news. You're regurgitating old news.
No,
January 15th, I went in there with 4 papers that shows Dominion and the election crime of the machines in China and attacking our country, cyber attack, all 50 states, over 12 million votes that Donald Trump won by 82 million to 68 million was the real count.
Who gave you the papers?
I just said a whole bunch of lawyers did. I've never read them.
Did
they
you
were
ever
separate.
discuss martial law with President Trump?
No.
And why were you carrying those papers?
I just told you, but you didn't listen. Why don't you go back and watch your own rotten news? You guys are the worst journalists.
You guys are the worst. I told you as a team of reporters. Are you convinced, Yasmin, that he's got tons of information? Why don't you ask him?
I was just laughing at the expression on my face when it cut back to me because I was just like, what is happening? I'm just trying to comprehend what he was saying, what he was talking about. Every time Mike Lindell shows up somewhere, I'm always like, who is this guy? Why is he here? But just all the yelling and the incoherence is just not indicative of somebody who really has everything together. And all he did was really criticize the vice reporter. And the vice reporter, I think, handled it pretty well. He kind of just listened, he took it, and he asserted himself when he had to. And then people are chanting fight, fight, fight around him, which is literally, like you said, I don't think I've literally seen that since junior high.
Like even in a movie, it's like a junior high movie, not even
it doesn't happen anymore.
When a fight happens in middle school, it just happens.
It's all so juvenile, and this is like a national Republican convention, which is very, very troubling about who we're sharing a country with.
This is the thing, and hopefully it gets played over and over again. And hopefully opponents for these folks point out exactly who the party is that people are running against.